It's that time of the year again. The playoffs are here, and we have the 1 seed Lakers taking on the 8 seed Spurs. And I just think in this series, hold on, I'm actually getting told that I don't get paid to think, so we're actually gonna go to Vince on this. Vince, who do you think is gonna come out on top on this series? Right. Yeah, the Lakers and the Spurs. I mean, obviously the Lakers are the 1 seed, and when they're playing their best basketball, I no team in the NBA, can really hang with them. So I do, expect the Lakers to, probably maybe win this series. However, when the Spurs are, clicking the way they do sometimes, they can give the Lakers a run for their money, and they may come out. You may be surprised that the Spurs may come out and win this series, but as we know, the Lakers, they're the 1 seed for a reason, and they've been playing great basketball all year. But the Spurs, they're gelling at the right time as well. So you never know with these things that the Spurs might be able to do this upset. But the Lakers aren't really a team that'll be upset, but you got to watch out for the Spurs because they're not just gonna go out there and lose on purpose. So after a rough start to the season, the Indiana Pacers have been playing inspiring basketball. They are now one play-in game away from making the playoffs. Max, do you think they can win and get into the playoffs? All right, hear me out. I don't think they're going to win this game. So you think they're going to lose this game? And I don't think they're going to lose either. Because they are both going to win and lose. Yep. You heard it right here. The Pacers, they will win this playing game. They will be in the playoffs. But, come on, guys. Do any of us think they're going to make some noise in the playoffs? They got first round exit written all over them. Come on, I've heard it in a hip-hop song. And once they get bounced from the playoffs, what this team really needs is young talent. More young talent. And they're just going to make their draft pick worse by making the playoffs. So, yes, they will win this playoff game, but if you ask me, they're going to lose out on talent, lose out on a draft pick, and just keep being a mediocre team. Wow, what an unbelievable game last night. Talk about coming down to the very final second. Perk, go ahead and break down what you saw from that game and what you felt watching those final possessions. Look, I'm about to be preaching the gospel, all right? I'm about to be queuing up the Quran, all right? I'm about to be calling out the Chamber of Secrets, all right? Last night on that game, on that final play, I didn't know if Devin Booker was taking that last shot or if my wife was on a date with Michael B. Jordan, because it was wet out there, you know what I'm saying? It was nothing but wetness out there. That shot was never gonna miss. And I can't even believe it was such a close game on that last play, the way Anthony Davis was playing. You know what I'm saying? Listen here, all right? One day, my little boy, he's going to grow up, all right? And then he's going to meet him a fine little honey, all right? And then guess what? I'm going to be Grandpa Perk, all right? And then once I'm Grandpa Perk, I'm going to get cancer, okay? It's fine, though, because I'm going to beat it. You know why? Because I just be beating things. But I'm going to have to go through a couple rounds of chemo. But you know what? After my third round of chemo, and I'm Grandpa Perk, and I just beat cancer, you could put me on the court, and I still do the same thing that Anthony Davis did out there last night. He didn't give them nothing. Wow, you gotta just thank God that it was even a game. But I tell you what, Michael B. Jordan must have been licking up and down my girl's spine last night on that final shot because, whoo, that was wet. I'm sorry to start this show on such a serious note, but I'm sure as many of you have heard already, there was a tragic accident involving members of the Bayless family over the weekend. Unfortunately, all the people in the car, including Skip's wife, did not survive this crash. Personally, I am heartbroken by this news, and Skip, I want to sincerely tell you that all of my condolences and thoughts are with you and your family. Of course, the floor is yours to say whatever you need to in this time. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. If you guys don't mind, I know it's unorthodox, but considering the circumstances, I have a little something written down here that I'd like to read to help me get through this. As you can all imagine, it's been an incredibly hard weekend for me and the Bayless family. On Saturday afternoon, my wife and other family members were driving home from the theater when a wrong-way driver smashed into the front of their vehicle. And with that crash, the Bayless family suffered many, many losses. Just like that phony GOAT LeBron in the finals. The only bright side to this was that they were coming from seeing Space Jam 2. So really, I think they were saved and sent to a better place where they won't have to live with the memory of ever having watched that movie. The first Space Jam is so much better. The second Space Jam will never be as good as the first one. So we have a brand new season upon us, and with the new season brings new hope. Richard, do you think in this new season we might see the Detroit Pistons making the playoffs? Come on, is this really a question you're going to make me answer on national TV? Richard, come on, they have the #1 pick, and they have Coach of the Year Dwayne Casey at the helm. You don't think they can make a run? No, you're right, I'm sorry. No, Pistons are a good team. Pistons fans, please don't get mad at me. Pistons, you guys have a good team. You really do. You got a good coach. You got a good collection of players. You guys are a good team. Just not in the NBA. No, come on. Why are we talking about this on national TV? The Pistons are not making the playoffs. Wow, Kyrie has really been balling on the court lately, but when it comes to Kyrie, you know it's not just about ball. There's always a little bit of drama. Stephen A., what can you tell us about the Kyrie situation?